said, good morning. Yes, let's act like we know. So my name is Wilbur, and I am the founder, the CEO, the creative director, the everything guy of B.Brave by SK WiLBUR. Yes, that's what the hat says, that's what the t-shirt said. And so I do products that share the stories through comic book art of Black social justice icons, like Fannie Lou Hamer, like Medgar Evers, like Bayard Rustin, and so many more. So I'm going to be presenting a little something something about my company and telling you a little bit more about what I do. So it says we show kids how they can shape their own future, but I want to adjust that just slightly. We share stories that inspire children to shape themselves and their future.
There we go.
Okay, so I'm going to read along and you guys can listen to me, okay? B.Brave by SK WiLBUR is more than just a collection of stylish, boldly designed backpacks and graphic t-shirts. It's a movement. It's a movement.
Yes.
Each piece is a vibrant canvas of original artwork sparking curiosity and conversation. Our backpacks don't just carry books, they carry stories. Stories of resilience, triumph, and the unsung heroes of history. With every design, we empower young minds to educate, inspire, and uplift one another through creative expression. Now imagine, as I'm sure all of you can, growing up not seeing our stories, ourselves, in our textbooks. Can I get a show of hands of how many people actually got Black history in middle school or earlier? Oh, it's a couple of you. I'm kind of surprised. Okay, so I was one of those that all I learned about was Dr. King, Harriet Tubman, Crispus Attucks. But then when I got to college, I went to college here in New York, Baruch College. I took my first Black Studies and Literature course. And that was when I started learning about people who were not Dr. King, who were not Harriet Tubman. And my mind was blown, and I wondered how come I was just learning this. I mean, I felt so good hearing the stories, but I just couldn't understand why we were not in my textbooks growing up. So there's a survey. Parents want their kids to see people who look like us in textbooks, in media, on TV, in theaters, but it's still not happening at the rate that it should. So, like I said earlier, Black history did not start with slavery, nor was it reaching its end with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Thousands of courageous Black writers, activists, and change makers of the past have all but been erased from primary and secondary education. And we all know what's happening in the country now. They're trying to erase us from public forums, from statues, from cultural institutions. It's crazy. I have more colorful words than that, but I'll just stick with crazy. And so these are some of the products that I do, my backpacks and t-shirts. This is a whole thing about why backpacks are a big deal, because we know that our kids carry backpacks when they go to school. So our ancestors carried cotton on their backs, tobacco on their backs, and now kids can carry these backpacks that share the stories of our ancestors. So I'm carried at stores across the country. Not many stores, but there are stores across the country, but let's focus on Harlem. My backpacks are carried at the Schomburg. They are carried at Nailu Gift Shop, which is on Lenox Avenue. They're also carried at Grandma's Place. So while I am not a Harlemite, I love Harlem and I love the Renaissance. And so here's a little bit of the work, where it's carried, and some of the partners that I've worked with. So when I talk about my brand, it's not just backpacks, t-shirts, and baseball caps. I teach workshops that combine art, performing arts, podcasting, visual art, with the stories of our history and our social justice icons. And together, we work so the kids can create their own pieces, whether it's through rap, spoken word, dance, podcasting. They can create art that they then put on their own bags. So what's next for B.Brave? I'm actually working on a mobile gaming app for younger kids that combines comic book art with gaming. And so it's a storytelling situation where young kids can see these images, learn more. It's very engaging and immersive. At the end of the game, there is a must-take quiz so we can make sure that they're retaining these facts about our history, and then they'll get rewards, virtual rewards. So that's me. I'm interested in collaborating with anyone. I'm actually going to be running a program with Arts in the Park, with Earthquake Entertainment, and with Love Harlem this winter for young people. We're going to be doing a podcasting cohort, 4 weeks in December through January. So not only do I do product, I do experiences. So if you're interested in working with me, please, my information is up there. My cards are on the table in the back. Come and talk to me. I'm always interested. Now, just want to give you an example of the work that young people do, so you can see what that's like.
Tell you about Bayard, name you should know. Architect of the movement, behind the scenes low. He built the march like he built a beat, brick by brick. Laid the groundwork for justice, made the rhythm stick. Quiet with the power, but the message hit loud. Mentored MLK, showed him how to move the crowd. Non-violence the weapon, heart was the shield. In the face of hate, Bayard refused to yield. 1963. DC was the stage. He organized the march, unlocked the cage. 1 million strong, marching for the dream. Equality for all, yeah, that's the theme. But hold up, he wasn't in the spotlight's shine. Didn't need the fame, just the movement to climb. Cause real change makers don't beg for clout. They build the blueprint, let the truth roll out. We need, he said, in every hood, a crew that'll shake things up for good. Angelic Troublemakers, time to disrupt. Tear down the system, time to erupt. So take that knowledge, let it flow in your veins. Channel Bayard's vision, break them chains. From the streets to the mic, keep the dream alive. For justice we march, for freedom we strive. Bayard Rustin, a real OG, an angelic troublemaker, setting us free. When you fight for peace, that's where he stands. The mastermind behind the movement, raising his hands.